Hello, everybody. I'm Elizabeth Isley, Deputy Chief of Communications for St. Louis County, here today in the St. Louis County Municipal Courtroom, and I am joined by Courtney Whiteside, Director of St. Louis County Municipal Courts. Courtney, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So I think where we should start off is, what is municipal court?
This is a good question. So municipal court is actually a court that hears cases that deal with alleged violations of local ordinances. So for us specifically, we deal with alleged violations of local ordinance dealing with unincorporated St. Louis County versus municipality court, where you may hear it in Florissant. Those deal specifically with Florissant violations of their local ordinance, or Richmond Heights, or even Clayton. So it differs a little bit in that regard, but municipal court as a whole is a limited jurisdiction court that deals with violations of local ordinances.
So let's say I'm pulled over by a county police officer and I'm given a citation. Does that mean I'm dealing with St. Louis County Municipal Court or not?
Ooh, that's a really good one. So building off of that, so St. Louis County Police Department also contracts with other municipalities to provide policing services. So if, for example, if you are pulled over in Bell Ridge by a St. Louis County police officer, your case may very well still be heard in Bell Ridge because it's a Bell Ridge case. But if you are an unincorporated St. Louis County and not part of a municipality where you get pulled over, then yes, it's going to be in either our north or south satellite locations.
So how do I figure out? Do I look at my citation and I put that number into a website and it'll tell me where I'm supposed to go, what I'm supposed to do?
So on your ticket, it will specify the date, time, and location that you are expected to appear for court. And you can go on to CaseNet and you can look up that case and it will give you all of the information from there. If for some reason the court has to change your court date or time, you'll be sent out notice of that new court date in the form of a notice of new court date or a summons.
So what if I have to come to court? How do I know that I have to, or are there options where I can just pay a citation?
The assumption should be that you always need to appear in court. If you're given a court date and time, you always need to appear. You're welcome to call the court to see if there are instances in which you may not need to appear. There is a website on the back of the ticket that you can go visit to see if your charge requires you to appear in court, or if you can dispose of that charge before coming to court.
And so coming to court, what does your average person need to know about coming to court?
First of all, just to come to court. That's really what we want people to do. If you've been asked to appear in court or ordered to appear in court by the judge, the first thing you need to do is show up on time, and answer the questions that are asked of you. So on your first appearance, the judge is going to tell you what you've been charged with, and that's your arraignment hearing. They're going to tell you the official reading of your charges, and it's either guilty or not guilty. And if you have pled guilty, the judge will explain to you what the range of punishment is, and so that you understand what you're pleading guilty to and what the consequences thereof could be. And then the judge will impose some type of sentence. Typically it's going to be a fine, but could be jail time. Then if you plead not guilty, then we will continue your case depending upon if you were looking for time to talk to counsel, or if you are wanting a trial by jury or a trial in front of a judge. So it's just a matter of having a conversation, but the most important part is just to show up.
And so what's the importance behind that? Because you and I have had conversations offline about this, about why it's important to come to court. And is it because people are fearful that if they show up, they're going to be arrested on the spot?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there has been a unfortunate set of circumstances that have led us to people being very distrustful of the court. And we've all seen those instances where an individual may have had issues where maybe they didn't show up, maybe they weren't sure what to do, they weren't sure how the court was going to react, maybe they had warrants out, maybe they hadn't come in the past, and so they weren't sure what to expect when they came this time. And maybe they owed the court for past fines and costs, so they were fearful. And we're asking people to not be afraid. We're not interested in jamming people up, but it's important that you communicate with the court, and the court can't offer you help and can't offer assistance if you don't come before the court. So even if you have a warrant, we are not interested in you walking in and being put in cuffs right away. That's not what we're looking for. We are looking for defendants to come and communicate with us and say, hey, I didn't show up last time, I'm here now and I'd like to resolve my matters, or I need more time to do that. So we want to engage with our defendants and with the public, and getting them to understand that we're their court and we are not interested in jamming them up.
You also have an access and fairness survey coming soon that you are hoping to get folks to fill out. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so we are really excited about the Access and Fairness Survey. So what that is it is the community's opportunity to tell us what we're doing well, hopefully, and things that they would like to see. There are some things that we can certainly try to address. There are certain things that may be a little difficult. We can't ever give you legal advice, right? We can't ever tell you how a specific course of action may impact you or what a specific action you should take. But we can and want to hear from you as far as things like, were you heard today? Do you feel like you were given a fair opportunity to argue your case, to have a conversation with the judge? Were we pleasant? Like, we just want to know, like, was the experience not miserable, right? Like, we know we're compelling you to be here, but we want to know that was your experience here as pleasurable as possible, and that you felt like you were given fair treatment and it was equitable here. And if not, we want to know that. And were we easy to park? Were we easy to find? Were we easy to get to? All of those things that count for a lot when you're going somewhere that you really don't want to go. So access and fairness I think is going to do a lot for us, but I think it gives the community a voice that they haven't had in the past. So we're excited about that. We're hoping to have handouts available in our court and on our website to be able to go on there and take the survey directly from there. They will be anonymous. If you want to contact us directly, you're always willing to reach out to the court. I promise you, your comments and concerns will find their way to me directly, and I'll do my best to get back to you in a short period of time. But I will be reading each one of those things that come through and make sure we are delivering on everything that we can to make the People's Court the best for the people that we can.
Well, is there anything else that I haven't asked you that you wanted to make sure that people know?
I mean, I've said it a bunch of times, but just come to court. I mean, we're really, really working hard to create public trust and confidence in a system where that's been damaged. And there's some generational trauma there from it. And although some poor practices certainly were not unique to St. Louis County, St. Louis County as a whole really caught the brunt of some of those things. And there are a lot of people that work in these courts that work really, really hard. And I want the public to know that they take pride in what they do. They want to do the best job that they can. And come to court and give us the opportunity to show you that we're doing things different, we're doing things better, and that we're going to continue to improve on how we serve you.